Hey Saber fans, I have a very beautiful Saber reveal for you today. Roman Props Inception Elite. You see that beautiful chrome, beautiful polishing. I'll probably polish this up once more before I send it off to Zach Underhill. But this was a commission for Zach Underhill. You may know of the previous install done for him, the Graflex 2.0 with Crystal Focus and Crystal Reveal Goth Chassis and all that, but this was more of a personal install, and since I did his other install for a fraction of the price, I did the same for this one. But without further ado, 28mm bass speaker, Nano Biscotti V4, royal blue white LED. You get 3 sound fonts. He did not have the Sloth or the Revenge of the Sith clamp card for this, so he sent me what he had, and I think that looks great actually. It ties in with the chrome and the black really well. This actually has a goulash of chassis in it. Like, it has chassis from 3 different makers. Normally you just have like 2, you know, clamp card, chassis, whatever. But this particular model has a lot of different threading sizes in it. So like the grip section's like 0.99. So he sent me a chassis from Bespin Custom Props, which I couldn't use any of it except for the battery holder. So the battery is held in place with that chassis piece with some double-sided tape. And it is secure. It was already secure without the double-sided tape, but now it's solid. Like, there's nothing moving in this at all. Then, of course, stock Custom Works switch holder, which, great work, stock. Great work. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing. It's fantastic. Then I have Shameem. Anybody who knows or is involved in the Saber community even a little bit knows of Shameem. He's very well known, and I had to modify it quite a bit for it to work with this, because pretty much the only spot that the chassis can fit in is in between there and there. Not a lot of room. Not a lot of room at all. So what I did was trim it down and utilized it in the way that I could. So for Zach, this is for explanation. Of course, you got speaker recharge port. Just pull it out as easy as that. You're done. SD card access, pull it all the way out. SD card access. I didn't twist the wires up a lot because I don't feel like it's necessary. Not for this one. I mean, it's not going to be dual width, so screw it, right? But you can see I trimmed it down quite a bit. I even trimmed down that arch there and sanded it down a little bit. Actually, I didn't sand it down at all. It is held in place with that double-sided tape. So yeah, there was a lot of improvisation that went in with this, but I mean, you know, it's... So yeah, I'm not even using the battery holder on this at all, because it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't be able to slide up in the clamp section. Like, I had to get a little creative with this one. But for you, Zach, press it in to where you can barely even see the recharge port. I have a O-ring down at the bottom to prevent static. The most you'll get is, I'll even show you, so if you don't push it in all the way, push it in with the pommel, you'll get a small, you can barely hear it. Just a little bit of static. And it of course goes away once you undo it. But this had to be improvised as a, you know, he had already bought a chassis. He didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. So I was like, okay, Shameem's chassis is $13 with shipping. How do you feel about that? Let's do it. Okay. So push it all the way in.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
Deep sleep mode was very short just then. And no static. Without the O-ring, if you didn't push it in all the way, you'd get a buttload of static. Buttload. But as long as you push the chassis in all the way, you're good to go. I mean, just where you can barely see the recharge port to the bottom of that gearbox section. Overall feel and look of this saber is just wow. I mean, the set screw they use is a 440, so super tiny, super low profile. The overall feel of it is great. It's very thin, good sound venting. When I compare this to other Obi-Wans, granted there's not really many Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wans out there, there's all A New Hope. A New Hope is so much bigger compared to this, and for the price, yeah, I would hope you're going to get a hell of a good saber. Because, I mean, this is like $400 empty. No electronics. That's wild. But you really do get what you pay for here. I believe the new model of the Inception Elite has a gloss finish on these black sections. That was one thing that did stand out to me, so I didn't think it was an Elite at first. But once I polished these up with a little Mother's Magwell, I could tell it was definitely an Elite. And plus, he told me it was an Elite, especially after he told me the price. But from what I've gathered, this is one of the revisions in between other revisions of the saber. So I think that's the deal with the threading, the goofy threading, because there is actually a threading adapter here and there. I don't know if that's on the other models, but pretty much without that adapter, there's no threading. Like, you're not going to thread this into that or that into that. Period. So, I mean, that changes the chassis dimensions a lot. For their newest run, oh God, I would love to get in on that, because this is amazing work right here. But so, big props to Roman Props, Shameem for his help, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And till next time, Saber fans, may the Force be with you always.